Hello and welcome. In this revision session, we are going to do question 7 from the 6th of January 2020 CSEC Mathematics Past Paper, Booklet 2. So let's go to question 7. Okay, so a sequence of figures is made up of stars using dots and sticks of different lengths. So they are made up of stars using dots and sticks of different lengths. Yeah, that's correct. The first three figures in the sequence are shown below. So we have figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. Okay, so study the pattern of numbers in each row of the table below. So we have figure 1 and we have the number of sticks and the number of dots in each row here. So figure 1, they input information for you there, which is 12 sticks and 13 dots. So let's check that and see if that's correct. So number of sticks, it says it's 12, so let's count them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's correct, 12 sticks. And then the number of dots, it says 13. So let's count that. So we have 3 there. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's correct. And it goes on to figure 2, has 24 sticks and 25 dots. And figure 3, it says that we have 36 sticks and 37 dots. Okay, so from the table here, we can see that there's a pattern for the number of sticks. It's really the 12 times table. So for the fifth figure, we would have 12 times 5, which is 60. So that one is straightforward. So it says that you need to complete rows 1, 2, part 2, and part 3. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be the fifth pattern there. We would have 60 sticks because 5 times 12, that's 60. So that's one is very straightforward. And if you notice, when we have 12 sticks, we have 13 dots. So if we have 48 sticks there and there are 49 dots, it means that you could see that there's a pattern. So if we have 60 sticks, that means we're going to have 61 dots. Okay, that's very, very straightforward there. Now let's go on to the next part of the question. Now part 2, they gave you the number of sticks. You need to figure out what figure it would be. Well, if we were given 48 sticks and we know that it's going up by 12, all we need to do is to divide 12 into 48 so we get 4 for the figure. So for this one here, all we need to do is to divide by 12. So 12 into 156 there is going to give us 13. So it would be figure 13. So figure 13 would be there. So let's just get our pen and we get that going. So that's 13. 156 divided by 12 gives us 13. So it's figure 13. Now again, this is very straightforward. So if this is 156 sticks, it means that here will be just 157 dots. Okay, don't have to apply any analytics there. It's very straightforward for that. Now we want here figure n, so we want a formula or a term to represent the number of sticks and dots. Now if you notice, it's going up by 12, so it's really the 12 times table, so it's going to be 12n. So the nth term sequence for that would be just 12n. Alright, now for this one, it's going up by 12, but it's bigger than the 12 times table by 1, so it's going to be 12n, because it's going up by 12, and because it's bigger than the 12 times table by 1, you add 1. So it's 12n plus 1. Okay? Now let's go to the next part of the question. So the number of sticks would be 12n and the number of dots would be 12n plus 1. So it says that the sum of the dots in 2 consecutive figures are recorded. Alright, so the formula for dots, we know that it was 12n plus 1. So let's write that down. So it's 12n plus 1. That's for the dots. Okay, so figure 1, we have 13 plus 25, and that's 58. We can use this formula to check to see if that's right. So in figure 1, so we would have 12 times 1, that's 12, add 1, that's 13. So figure 1, we can check that. So 12 times 1, that's 12, add 1, that's 13. So here in this formula, where the n is, it has to do with the position of the figure. So figure 1 would be 12 times 1, that's 12, add 1, that's 13. That's correct. Figure 2 would be 12 times 2, that's 24, add 1, that's 25, and you add them, so that's 38, so that's correct. Let's check this one. Figure 2 would be 12 times 2, that's 24, add 1, that's 25, that's correct. Figure 3 would be 12 times 3, that's 36, add 1, that's 37, you add that, that's 62. So we can work off figure 7 and 8, because like I said, the n here represents the position of the figure. So figure 7 would be 12 times 7, that's 84, add 1, that's 85. So figure 7 would be 12 times 7, that's 84, add 1, that's 85. Plus figure 8 would be 12 times 8, that's 96, add 1, that's 97. That's very straightforward. So that's 182. Okay, that would be the total number of dots for that one. Let's move on to the next part. So now you are required to find the total number of dots in figure n and figure n plus 1. Figure n and figure n plus 1. We know that we had before, for n we had 12n for the dots plus 1. That was the function that was given from the table. So figure n is 12n plus 1, and then figure n plus 1, remember n plus 1 there is the position of the figure. This is the position of the figure as well. So it means that we would have 12 times the position of the figure there, which is n plus 1 plus 1. And upon simplifying this, we have 12n plus 1 for that first one. And for this, we would have 12 times n, that's 12n. 12 times 1, that's 12. And we add 1 as well. So we are adding these two together. So what we get there, we would have, we call it the like terms, right? So that's 12n and 12n. That's 24n. And we add the like terms here. So we have 12 and 1 13 and 1 14. So it's 24n plus 14 for that. You can look on this as like a function. So wherever you have n, you're going to replace it by whatever is given, the position of the figure itself. All right. So here ends question 7. Thank you.